Hello, everyone. So today I want to show you and kind of walk you through this amazing accessibility tool that is embedded right inside of your Google Chrome browser, and it is called live captioning. And what it does is it does live, actual closed captioning for any sound that's coming out of your browser. So it could be a video, it could be a podcast, but anytime that there's audio coming out of your browser, it will caption it. So right now it's only on Chrome browsers. So if you have a browser on a Mac or a browser on a PC, it is not available yet on Chromebooks, but it will be. They're rolling it out with hopefully by the time school starts back up in September, they're going to be rolling it out. So I'm going to walk you through how to set it up and then just how it runs a little bit and why I like it so much. So first off, you're going to enable it in your settings. So I'm in my Chrome browser right now, and I'm going to come up to my three dots in the top right-hand corner. My kiddos and I call him my snowman. So I'm going to click on the snowman, and I'm going to scroll to the bottom settings, and it's going to open up the Chrome settings. That's an easy way to get to settings every time. Google always does things that there's three different ways to do things, but that's one way to get to settings. So now to get where I need to go, I'm going to go to left-hand side, and I have this menu right here, and I'm going to click on the advanced button. And it's the third one down, accessibility. So first of all, there's a whole bunch of accessibility tools in here that you might not necessarily know about. So definitely take a second to look at those. What we're working on today is the live captioning. So when you come in here, the default is going to be that it is off, most likely. You're going to make sure it is on. And then your live captioning is up and working when you get this in your top right-hand corner. So if I'm on my extension bar and I see the three lines with the musical note, my kids and I call those the pancakes. If you get your pancakes and your musical note, that is your audio widget, basically. If you see here, when I hover over it, it says control your music, videos, and more. So that does disappear sometimes, but as long as you have it enabled, as soon as you start to play audio on a page, it will pop up. So I'm going to come here. This is a podcast that I'm listening to. By the way, it's a great podcast. If you're looking for a good ed tech podcast, it's called the Educational Duct Tape Podcast by Jake Miller. It is fabulous. And so let's say I'm going to listen here.
Videos in the classroom. We'll discuss Edpuzzle, Play Posit, Razor Arts, and more. Before we get to that, though, I've got
You see here that I'm getting the captioning. How awesome is that? So that was a podcast and I get the captioning. Now it does disappear. One thing I did like about it, if you notice that it pops up in a box and it does the scrolling caption, you can click and get a paragraph. Captioning, closed captioning like in Zoom and Google Meets and Google Presentation, Google Slides, it's a rolling captioning. You get a sentence at a time, and that's great, except if you're working with somebody who might have some slower processing because they have to process and read that super quickly. I love the idea of being able to expand it to a paragraph so that I can pause and I can read it and I can catch up with it, which is great. So why is captioning an awesome thing? Well, first of all, obviously we have children that are deaf and hard of hearing. And so that would be amazing for them. Closed captioning is an absolutely wonderful support for students that have auditory processing speed issues. So when they take in information auditorily, if it is hard for them to process it in a quick manner, the actual second language input of the words on the screen is super helpful and actually emphasizes the information. If you have a student that is learning a language, whether it be English or French or any language, captioning within that language has been shown to be super helpful. And again, it's because what you're doing is you're introducing information with multiple modes of language. So if they're watching a video, they're taking it in auditorily, but then they can actually read it on the screen, and they're getting two different language modes for input, which is going to increase their ability to understand and comprehend. So it works on podcasts like this. You can come over here and we'll use it on YouTube. Now, YouTube does have their closed captioning already built within, and right now it's a little bit more powerful. But you could, if a student just has this on all the time, it's just going to close caption for anything. So it does work on videos, but sometimes you're on a website and the video isn't hosted by YouTube. And so now that video can have closed captioning as long as it's opened up inside of a Chrome browser. And I even tried it inside of Seesaw. Let's see if it works. Live captioning. Try it again. Hello. Today I'm going to show you Google Chrome live captioning. So how awesome is that? You can send out videos to the students and they would be able to have the live captioning to be able to support what they're hearing. So there we go. So like I said, right now it's only on Chrome browsers. It will be in Chromebooks soon. They're promising. And once they turn it on, it's on. So students would just be able to have this pop up on their screen anytime that they are listening to something. I hope that is helpful. Bye.